Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And today we are going to start with our first standard type battleship. And no, it's not going to be the Vermont, it's going to be the New York. There we go. Class. And the only hull that I can sort of use here is the Dreadnought 4 hull, because the New Yorks had actually a smaller displacement than that. So we're going to go with 28,500 displacement, which is the minimum for this hull. And we'll see what we can do out of that. Can it do 21 knots? Yes, it can. And it shall be doing 21 knots. And there we go. That's the basis for our New York class. All right, so let us begin putting things on. This is not the later refit, so we're going to have to start with cage masts. Now, I do sincerely hope we have cage masts. I'll be disappointed if we don't. That is already looking like we're only getting the refits. Yeah, it looks like we're not getting the cage masts. The best we can do is this thing, which does not look like the New York. Well, it sort of looks like a refit, but I was hoping we could get the original cage masts. We can get them in the rear for some bizarre reason, but we can't get them for the main towers. That is unfortunate. So, well, I guess our New Yorks are gonna look a little different. I mean, this is not. This is sort of the refit. So I guess the best we can do is this one, which is kind of the last pre-refit tower that we could get. And then we could just stick a cage mast in the rear, like that, somewhere. We'll see what that's gonna look like. But okay, well, looks like the Americans went off cage masts a little bit earlier than I had anticipated. Okay then, so guns, 10 14-inch 45s, but where exactly were they positioned? Let me find some of the schematics. Okay, so we've got two forward, and there's obviously there's already a barbette built into the hull here. So let's get the 14-inch twins. We'll put one down here, and really? Okay, the superstructure's in the way. Okay, move it out of the way then. This is going to be crammed, isn't it? There we go. Okay, so we've got the two forward 14 inches. And then we had two rears, one with a barbette and one center line aft of the funnel setup. So we'd have one about there-ish, and then we have to find ourselves a barbette that we can use. I think I was sort of using the standard superimposed last time around, and that did not look completely terrible. So yeah, that's a bit. No, that was too tall. I had a different one actually. Hang on, which one was that? The flatter one. Was it this one? No. Was it the tall one? No. Medium. Could have been this one. Can I fit the 14-inch turret on that? I can. Does it look terrible? Looks okay, I guess, but it's a bit thin. Okay. We will. I don't know if the barbettes are different. They shouldn't be different from the battle cruisers. I'm trying to remember what I was using on the what I was using on the Lexingtons. But maybe we'll just stick with this one, because the other one does look a little flimsy, and that one looks like it could actually carry that tower. Yeah, it's a bit tall for my taste, but it kind of aligns with the forward one, so I guess that's all right. Funnels. What funnels can we stick in here? This again would be the refit version, I think. So that's not I mean, it kind of looks right, but the engine efficiency is completely terrible as well. What can we even fit on here? These are, I think the original design had 2, but let me double check. I think we had 2 funnels on the original design. Yeah, that's 2 funnels is not going to fly, so we're probably going to go with this. Well, we'll see what we can do. We can't even fit 2 of those on here because we don't have the space. That's again plus watchtower, watchtower. So this one is the only one we can fit on here. Okay, we may have to move this further forward, which is going to get in the way of the turret. No? Turret's happy, turret's happy. Okay, funnels. I would love to get this one in, but I don't think I can fit 2 of those anywhere here. I could do it like that. I don't think she had disparate funnels. So I could just put 2 of those here. And that's 57% engine efficiency. Now she wouldn't have had oil back then, but we may have to actually let's see what we can do. What we can do with coal. We could do forced boilers. That would work. Or we could do induced boilers and just live with a terrible and go semi-oil. That's 19,000, yeah. Oh, we can still get gear turbines as well. That helps a little bit. So I guess that's decent. But where do we put the third? We still have one gun tower to put in there actually, and that needs to fit in here. So that's gonna get interesting. Actually, the rear turret is significantly further back, but this is all the game's allowing me to do here. I think it was actually further back in reality, but it doesn't allow me to do that. So let's see what kind of compromises we're going to have to get ourselves into. How far can we push this? Like that. And that still allows it to rotate, but there's no way that we're ever going to fit another gun turret in here. It would have been... Yeah, we might have to go up in the displacement, because otherwise we're not fitting that gun in there. 30,000 tons. That's still not big enough to fit another turret in. What secondary tower can we... We could put a smaller secondary tower in there, but that's not quite what it looked like, even after the refit. We could put that one in there, I guess. But there is no way that we're going to fit another gun turret in here unless we make this larger. So 31,000 maybe? There we go. Okay, that stretches it a little. So we can still push this further rear. Let's push them as far as we can. And push the tower back as well. There. And then we can push a little forward here. Maybe we can fit the larger funnels in as well now. Medium exhaust funnel. 1. Just about not. Okay, so that's the one we can fit. 1 and 2. But we're still not going to be able to fit another gun turret in here. How is that meant to work? I mean, I can put it like that, but that'll be idiotic. It's like I would need a lot more length on the ship to make this happen. I don't really want to do a New York with 8 guns. That would be weird. But at the same time, I don't see how the game's allowing me to do this. Unless, you know, can we... Well, we can't put it up there, which is, it doesn't belong there. It has to go down here. And the only way to fit that down there is to not have a rear mast, which is not something we can do. This is a bit of a conundrum then. How are we going to do this? I mean, I could go higher. I could make a, but it's starting to get a little ridiculous. How 32,000? Nope. When do we get a larger hole? 33,000. Still not gonna fit, is it? No. Where do we get a larger hole? Come on, stretch. Okay. It's ridiculous. No, we're not building a massive New York. Okay, so I guess our New York, we're going back to the 28,500 displacement. Our New York only has 8 guns because the game doesn't let me fit more into it. So there's literally nowhere I can put them. So we may as well get the larger cage mast in there then, because with that we actually have a little bit of wiggle room. So that's the forward is set. We can pull this back a little bit and actually have we need to pull that one back as well. There. Okay, in that case we pull the cage mast a little back, we pull that whole assembly a little back, and we can still move the rear turret around a bit there. And then we still need the twin funnels, and I think these were the only ones we could fit in there. So one funnel. Nope. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, because I need to move this as far forward as it goes, just to allow 2 funnels to get in there. There we go. And we have ourselves some form of New York. Okay, we'll fiddle with the weight offset in a minute. Let's put the rest of the weapons in. What did she have? She would have had. Initially, she would have had 21 5-inch guns. So most of these would have been casemates. So let's put 5-inch, 2, 4, 6, 8. Come on, let me mount one. 10, 12, 14, and 18, 16, 18. And I think there was one somewhere on the rear, but our forward offset's already dreadful due to the casemate guns here now. Definitely wouldn't have had anything else. I don't think she had any AA as designed. No, she got two 3-inch guns. Can we do 3-inch casemates anywhere? We cannot. Can we do 3-inch single barrel secondaries anywhere? Yeah. We'll do the same thing again. Oh no, actually we've got we've got little platforms here that we can use for that. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. There we go. Actually, we'll remove the forward one. Forward weight offset's already as terrible as it can be. And we've got, these are AA guns, totally. And that's that. All right, so 21 knots, New York class 28,000. Missing 1 gun turret in the center, just because we absolutely positively can't fit that in there. And we're good with engine efficiency. This is the oldest design, so we're gonna be a little conservative here on the on everything. And we're going to give it the older things here, because this is one of our older ships. So we're not going to be super super modern with these. That's the whole intent. They should be a little older. Okay, standard shell ratio, increased HE secondaries, and we are just, let's see what we got. What did I do on the Lexington? Can't remember. I think we went standards. Because she's got enough pen. These things had what belt? They had a relatively thick belt, but no deck armor as far as I remember. Because nobody thought that plunging fire was a thing back then. That would have been a 12-inch belt. So at 120% or something. At 10,000 meters, yeah, standard works. We're gonna go with standard and I think nose fuse, and then we have cordite 2 and TNT. Yeah, standard reloading, standard the everything. And she did have torpedo launches, I think. So let's put the underwater torpedo launches in. One, and we'll stick one on the... Oh, we can't stick one on the rear. That's going to make my forward offset worse again, isn't it? Yeah, do I have it? Okay, I think I've got them down. All right, tubby little ship, isn't he? Okay, what else? 20-inch torpedoes, obviously. And one of the older rangefinders. And just a regular radio. Now belt. She did have a 12-inch main belt, but we might have to up that. But we'll start with it. 12-inch main belt tapering to sort of 10-inch, I think. So that's already going quite well. Deck armor was like 2-inch or something. I'm gonna go with 3 just because terrible. Okay. And the conning tower would have been 12 inches as well. We'll just go with the base values and then we might adjust it a little bit. And again, citadel armor, I don't really care. The problem being here that the historical values are generally undervalued in game in this terms of mechanics. Oh, we're actually relatively close already. Okay, gun turrets. Turret face was 14-inch. And they had a 2-inch on the top. No, that was the turret side. I don't even know what they had on the top. But let's give it 7-inch top. And I am just gonna throw in 15-inch barbettes here. Was it? No, 12-inch barbettes. Oh, let's leave it at 15. Okay. And the casemates, I just leave them as are. These were 14. What did we have for an issue? We needed to make them a little bit shorter, I think. So they would become 14-inch 50s. Yep. And the casemates would have been 5-inch. What were they initially? Hang on, give me a second. I'll check. No. Actually, these were 14-inch 45s, not 14-inch 50s. So we need to definitely go down here. These would have been 14-inch 45s. There we go. Okay, the casements would have been 51-inch. So we'll see how long we can make these. The 5-inch casemates. They would have been, and we get up to 48. Well, not too shabby. So relatively close. There we go. That is the New York class. Now we got a bit of weight to work with, so I'm going to increase the armor a little bit. Unless I missed anything. No, looks decent. Semi-fuel oil, new spoilers, geared turbines, and we'll make some more modern. This is going to be the oldest one that's sitting around. So let's make that a. I'm going to do a little bit on the deck armor just because I know already that these things are going to be absolutely massacred otherwise. And we might give it a 3-inch superstructure. Can we do 13-inch main belt? We can. Can we do 12-inch aft? Because that helps actually offsetting the weight. Let's see if we need to do anything else with the weight. We've got forward weight offset, so let's see how much further we can push these guns. That's where we can push them. And that means we can push the barbette a little out. And we can push this a little out. The problem is she now starts looking a little silly because she does not actually have anything in the center here. But I think that's as much as we can push it actually. So let's give her 13-inch aft belt and a 7-inch aft deck. Oh no, she's got an aft weight offset. Perfect. Okay, that's too much. So 6-inch. Yeah, there we go. 6.2. There we go. Okay. So slightly stronger armored in the rear, but we have something that is with some some minor compromises, sort of kind of looking like a New York class battleship. We are obviously not having the cage mast forward, and we're missing the center turret because there's absolutely no way I can squeeze that in there. So there we are. But that's the New York, and now that we're in the standard class, there are not going to be massive variations. We'll see how far we can get also hull-wise to do the some more moderns, because we're definitely going to have a bunch more slightly modern variants of this thing. All right, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.